Hey everyone, it's Ellie,
And Tara,
and welcome back to another Radar Rundown. We are so happy to do this because there's the biggest news, guys. Guess what's happening? Tara, do you know what's happening?
they won't be able to guess what's happening.
Okay, well, it's raining in Southern California. Yes, you heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. It's raining. This is
Yeah.
this is a once in a lifetime thing. In fact, I saw a news article before jumping on here from the New York Times that said Los Angeles records more than a month's rain in a day, which is
Oh,
insane.
nice.
And I had to walk in to school in that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's insane.
I had to change when I got home. I was like, I don't have the proper rain gear to be in this much rain, guys. And I don't know if you saw, Tara, there was like warnings about there's mini tornadoes that could have happened,
Oh my
the
gosh.
flash flood warnings, and specifically for the areas that were that experienced the fires earlier this year. All of the debris and stuff like that, they were definitely put at risk. I apparently to the article that I was reading, it says a severe thunderstorm watch, the first in this area since 2008, which is
Oh my goodness.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know what? We're experiencing the rain, and it's only it's not going to last very long.
I'm coping with it with my virtual beach background
Yes.
till it gets sunny again.
She's being reminded of how LA used to be and how
Yeah.
yeah, we're going
Yesterday, so
yeah.
long ago. I actually love the rain. No, seriously, I really do enjoy it a lot. It's so
No,
cozy.
it's nice to sleep in, just not to walk in when
Yeah, no.
you're trying to get to class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And then I sit there for a few hours and I go back into the rain, then go to the next class. So when I was starting to dry up, I got wet again, and I was just like, I'm done with today. But I got some chocolate milk or some hot chocolate when I got home, so that helped. Yeah.
Nice. That's that's the cozy feeling. That's the best feeling.
Yeah.
So there's some crazy stuff happening in the news lately. A lot of stuff about Hamas, a lot of
Mhm.
stuff about Israel. Obviously, we all saw this photo probably of Trump saying, let me pull it up right now. We got El Trumpo saying,
Yes, that quote. That's been circulating around.
yeah, Hamas will be forced to disarm or we will disarm them. Honestly,
Mhm.
when I saw this news article, Trump looked kind of scary, like intimidating. I was like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. Well, that's so interesting, like that he would be saying that. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that, to be honest. Tara's talking. She's
Um,
talking to the turtles that are on the beach right now.
um, no, so I honestly, this is like kind of my first reaction to this whole thing.
Okay.
Um, if they don't disarm, we will disarm them, and it will happen quickly and perhaps violently. But they will disarm. Do you understand me? He added, saying it should take place in a reasonable period of time.
Hmm.
Um, this Hamas and Israel thing has, I feel like the left and right already like disagreed so much, and then the Hamas and Israel thing like added a new like polarization. So now there's like four
Yeah.
quadrants and very interesting. So last week we interviewed Rabbi Barkley
Right.
and we got to visit him at his Sukkot. Sukkot?
Sukkot. Yeah.
Sukkot, yeah. And yeah, very very positive experience. I sent the interview to my family chat and it like sparked this debate. Everyone was like arguing about one of the claims that Rabbi Barkley made that the Quran is not a religious document, and some people were like, yes it is, and it was just all this
Mhm.
crazy stuff. And then somebody even said oh, we should source our stuff when we talk about it in the show. And I was like, oh, that's actually a really good idea. I want to start doing that.
Yeah.
So I thanked her. But anyway, it was just interesting to see everybody's reaction because it's weird. Like the people that I would expect to have a certain opinion on this, they have the opposite opinion. So
Interesting.
it's like, oh, I thought that you would be anti-Muslim or like anti-Hamas because of your Jewish background, but no, it's like the opposite. So it's really unpredictable right now
Yeah,
with everything.
it's kind of weird because there's some people that I'm like, oh my goodness, you seem like you would be like pro-Palestinian and you're not, and then people who you would think are not, and then just like it's just really weird time to be living in.
And then for me, I'm just curious. I don't
Mhm.
really have a solid opinion about this.
At this point, I am kind of with you on that.
At this point, yeah.
um,
It's tough to know. It's
yeah,
happening so far away from us too. It's like, how am I supposed to even have opinion on this?
yeah, I know. There's I know that there's like different things. I know that there's Americans that were involved in the October 7th. I don't know if you could say massacre or, just
Yeah.
the terror attack that happened on Israel. Um, but to be honest, with the rest of the war, we shouldn't like. It's just so many different layers to it, and I don't think one side is telling all the truth. I think there's a lot of lies out there that make it very hard for a regular person like you and me who don't have like I guess the best ability to contact these sources or be on the ground and actually see what's happening.
Which is
Uh,
so much what we do. Like we like
yeah,
to be there and talk to people and see what's
yeah,
happening and
and that way you can make up your mind because when you're there, you can see nobody's making um, nobody's telling you what to think. You're seeing it with your own eyes. You're living it, um, and then you're able to make that decision right after what you've seen.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so I mean, I'm just genuinely kind of reacting to how Trump's handling it. And it seems like I heard a lot about hostages,
Mm-hmm.
hostage exchange. I heard that there was good news. I heard that there was shocking news. And again, I'm just like, oh, okay. I can pray over the situation. I can pray for peace. But yeah, it's kind of weird to me too. Like this is honestly a red flag when like someone our age has such a specific opinion on this issue. I'm
Mm-hmm.
always kind of like, hmm, you know? Because it's like, how do you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who gave you this authority to be so sure of yourself about this issue? Like, this is
Right.
a war that has been going on for longer than you've been alive. Like, how do you even confidently side with this? I mean, for American issues, it makes more sense because a lot of the American disagreements that happen on our soil, a lot of us have personal experience with it.
Right.
We've like seen or known people who have been affected by it. We've seen disasters play out and we've been like, "Oh, I can see exactly what went wrong there." It was like and then the values, tracking back to the values. For example, there's so many examples. Just fill in the blank. I mean, you know.
Yeah, no. And you know what? I always preface things when I make an actual opinion on something is that I'm only 19 years old, right? I am just barely learning. So if I say something that's necessarily wrong, that is wrong, um, I technically have my youth to fall back on and say, well, you know what? I was stupid. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's the thing is I have changed my opinion on so many different things. Like,
Yeah.
uh, I used to be so pro-choice. Like, there was no way that I was ever going to change on that because it was like, it was rooted in my belief and my foundational, like, philosophy of life,
Hmm.
which was very much a lot of assumptions of coincidence and maybe there's a God. Like, I'll give you that there might be a God, but for this God so great to have a personal relationship with us is illogical and impractical.
Mm.
And just kind of like dismissing of the whole spiritual realm. I don't really even know why. I guess I was just like a teenager. Didn't really know. I just kind of knew what I saw on shows or like I was obsessed with Futurama. They talked a lot about like agnosticism in Futurama. Honestly, that's where I was like getting my opinions from. Or like
Well,
text, reading
yeah,
text and stuff like that.
yeah. Well, I do have a couple more things to add on the Israel and Palestine issue.
Yeah, no,
Um, yeah, no, I just wanted to add some more factual stuff that was happening. So, um, I took all of this from CNN, so you can fact check me, everyone. They've been giving live updates, which is really, really helpful when things are going down. I love the live updates. While they can be somewhat misleading, um, with okay, this is a sidetrack. With the internet that has now come about, it has posed a really big problem in journalism where now journalists are all fighting to get online and post as fast as possible. However, some information may be inaccurate.
inaccurate, yeah.
So, yeah, so that's pretty interesting, but they are helpful for all of us who's trying to stay up to date. So there were the release of the final 20 living Israeli hostages. And as of a few minutes ago, four more deceased remains of the hostages were, or yeah, I'm saying this wrong. The remains of four more deceased hostages were released to the National Institute for Forensic Medicine, and this is for the Israeli government. So four more, even though they are not living, they are going home to families who need closure to be able to have rest for
Ooh,
um, burying them. So while that isn't the funnest news, um, that is helpful for the families for being
that's
able to
pretty,
grieve.
yeah, that's disturbing.
Yeah. Well, for those of them that did receive their families, there was one of the family members. There was a mother who said her name is Vicky Cohen. She was a mother of her son, Nimrod, who was 19 at the time that he was kidnapped. He's now 21. She finally got to see him, and she says, after 2 years, I can finally breathe. A wonderful thing happened last night. The whole family, including Nimrod, finally are just slept, she said.
So
So,
Nimrod is alive?
yes, he is.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he was one of the youngest hostages that were taken.
That's awful.
Yeah. But he's now
Also,
back
why,
home.
look, I'm only saying this because he's alive and safe now.
Yeah.
But what's up with the name Nimrod? Why do people name
I could I
Nimrod?
could be I could be saying that incorrectly. It's just however best I could have.
Not
I
to be insensitive.
Yeah.
I thought that was an insult. Anyway, never mind. Side note. Go on.
Okay. Yeah. So that's just my little thing about the Israel thing. Um Also today, I don't know if you want to move into the next thing, but today Trump did award posthumously, that's such a big word for me. He awarded the TPUSA founder, Charlie Kirk, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He also declared that today, October 14th, 2025, which would have been Charlie Kirk's birthday, the National Day of Remembrance for Charlie. So, yeah.
Wow. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That was another thing in my family chat, if I can just digress a little bit.
Yeah.
There was like this whole little mini debate about Columbus Day slash
Oh my
Indigenous
goodness.
People Day. And I just kind of wanted to point out, like, guys, we can't even agree on a holiday.
Yeah.
Like, this is bad, Like, what? I don't know if, again, I've said this so many times. I don't know if it's always been this bad and polarized, and I'm just late to the party, or there's something crazy happening.
Well, this is definitely um has been brewing for like I think since like for a while now. I don't want to put like an exact like decade on it that it started getting this crazy, but it's been in recent history, like recent that this has been happening where you can't even agree on like, Columbus Day. And the thing that I always say is that, you know what, for I can at least be grateful for one thing that Columbus did, and I think everybody can agree with that, is the fact that with him brought Christianity, which brought the extinction of cannibalism over here in the Americas. I don't know if you could say complete extinction, but it, because I don't know what's going on in like native tribes. I don't want to say anything bad about that, but like, like I'm sorry, I'm always wary of like definitively saying something, but like, yeah, no, like we're no longer eating in our pozole like humans, because that's what pozole used to be made out of. Instead, it's now made out of with other delicious meats that are great.
Oh my God.
So,
Yeah, that's
so
a big
like
accomplishment.
that's the one thing that I can say. Can we like all for just to agree on just one thing?
Columbus saved pozole. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Well, also with the okay, this is another thing. Also, indigenous tribes here are like the Incas, Mayas. They when a daughter, I forget which specific which like which one did it, but I remember learning about how when women would look at a man, like a man, their parents would hold them over like roasting chiles, so it would burn their eyes.
Whoa.
So if all of you feminists out there are, really in touch with your indigenous side, just know they weren't feminists back then.
No, they were not. Like even Ray was, studying some of that America like the culture of the Americas before colonialization and it is brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, like so and so beheaded so and so and then
Hmm.
like served the head as the main dish to so and so's parent. Like what? What? That's
Right. Like
so
that's crazy.
evil. It's evil, but um you know, I like that's just factually what happened. Just take a college course on it and you can learn all about it. But anyway,
Hmm.
um yeah, so a lot of stuff happening there, but anything else on the radar rundown? Oh, is that from the marriage conference? Yes, the marriage conference was so good. Oh my goodness, Father Josiah. He's a real one.
Yes. And guys, so if you haven't seen any of our recent social media, we went to a marriage conference hosted by Patristic Nectar. There were speakers like the Dirt Poor Robin, which is actually a couple who have a rock band and they're really cool. They sing beautifully on stage. There was Dr. Brad Wilcox and, of course, the one and only Father Josiah Trenum who spoke. We also saw many of the other like marriage and like relationship people that were at the conference that weren't necessarily speakers, just guests. One of them that I was so happy to meet was Adam Lane Smith. He was super, super cool. To be able to like meet him in person because I've watched many of his videos on like the attachment theory. But I also noticed, I don't know if I was telling you, Tara, that I noticed there were so many young babies in the audience. Like, so that
Yeah.
means like, young couples that were there, and couples who have been married for many years and just barely married. And then those who were single as well, they did have like a young adult mixer as well. um, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, we did not attend that. We were busy getting interviews with people upstairs and where the speakers were, and it was so cool to be there as press. And yeah, we're just gonna keep rolling out those interviews. We've already rolled out some of them, and yeah, they gave us a swag bag, and it was
They
awesome.
gave us a bag. I'm going to show you all, okay, so you can see how amazing this was. Okay, they gave us a shirt. They gave us a shirt. Okay, I'm doing like a little unboxing. Okay, gonna my influencer days because I've never had.
That's right.
Okay, there is a coffee bag right here with Father Josiah Trenum's face on it, and let's see, it
Father
says death.
Josiah coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, it says death is a reality. It does not come from a cup of coffee, and it's quoting Elder Arsnine. I'm not gonna continue to read that last name.
Ellie, someone told me the other day, like yesterday, I think, that your interview with Father Josiah was so serious.
Yeah,
In general, he's like quite the comedian. I
he
guess I
is.
didn't know that. Like, okay, what
They
do we got here?
also gave us some lavender. This is from the Santa Barbara Monastery in Santa Paula. It smells really fragrant, actually. And they also gave us this beef tallow. I don't know if you can.
I know they gave us beef tallow.
And this is a vanilla flavor. It's for your face and your body. But it also, I love what it says on the side. It says, for the rugged and the gentle, safe for all ages. Just so cute.
So
So
cool. Yeah, beef tallow. That is like such a huge
I've
choice.
been,
I don't fully
yeah,
understand it, but but I
you
was
know
happy to
what?
receive it. So
I was very happy because I've never tried beef tallow and it's something I've been wanting to try and see what it's all about because I know Alex Clark, she talks about it all the time, and I'm just like, cool. It's so expensive. Don't think I'm ever going to get some. And then it came in, and I was like, okay, we're trying some.
God provided. God was like, "You're
Exactly.
trying it. You're trying it. Here, it's on me." Um,
Yeah.
that's so wonderful. No, that
Yeah.
was amazing. And yeah, and then we have some other cool events coming up, like the one on Sunday.
Yes. Which one?
It's it's the convention, the 8:70 a.m. convention.
Oh, we're going to that.
Newsflash! That's the radar rundown. We'll talk more about that later. But 180 will have a little booth there. So yeah, our team members will be there. Sunday is always a busy day for both Ellie and I. We are
Yes.
going to try to be there, but we have a large and loving team that will definitely be present there if you want to stop
A
by.
large and loving team is a very good way to put it.
Yes, exactly. Yes. All right. I think that's it. It's kind of been the Hamas thing was like the big thing. But I think that's about it, Ellie. It's kind of
Yeah.
just a cozy, chill, lo-fi type day.
Yes, it is. And you know what? I met a teenager who didn't know what lo-fi was, and I had to expose him to what lo-fi was because I was like,
Whoa.
"How do you not know what lo-fi is?
Dude, we're
Have
getting
you never like
old.
studied with lo-fi?" And he's like, "Nah."
It's
I'm
like
like,
question
"Okay,
mark? Yeah.
sounds good."
Bro, get with the lo-fi. You gotta be kidding me. Now I just feel old. I remember when lo-fi was like first a thing back in the old days of 2015. Anyway, 10 years ago. No, but Gen Z is they're still on the rise. They're what, like 13 now? So, yeah. Gen Z is still pretty young.
I'm still
But
caught up on the fact that you said that that was 10 years ago.
yeah,
Okay.
try not to think about it too much. It's kind of depressing.
Okay.
Jesus.
It's okay. Everybody watching that's like over the age of 30 is like they don't know what they're talking about, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
They're like
We all
1990 was 10 years ago. What are you talking about?
yeah, hey, we all go through it all at our own time, so that's
Exactly.
fine.
All
Well,
right. Well, thank you for tuning in and don't forget to subscribe and turn those notifications on. And thank you for listening to the Radar Rundown.
bye bye.